Yeah, at the beginning we were just allowed to do very little changes, and then we came up with the RS6 and RS7, and it was clear that we have to lift up that car towards the two cars. So for that reason we changed the design into something more radical and to come closer towards the RS6 and RS7. Basically we changed the proportions of the grille, which definitely changed the car's face. And that you can see here also at the light signage here. It's a lot more technical. The car looks a lot more sporty. It looks a lot more pressed to the ground. It was clear that we'd take those Quattro blisters from the Quattro and bring it to the RS5. On the other hand, we also installed this new extroverted rocker to lower the car even more and to emphasize the Quattro theme even better. So as we start with the back end, we start with the tail lamps, and also here we created this technical look like we had on the front. On the other hand, we designed this extreme diffuser, which is like compressing the proportions into very low. And on the other hand, it looks also very, very wide. And of course, it's obligatory to design the oval exhaust pipes of the RS cars.
As a series option, we offer a RS Sport suspension with an improved damping, which is by 15% stiffer than its similar suspension in the S5. As an option, we offer the RS Sport suspension with dynamic ride control, which is helping us improve or better control the rolling and the pitching of the car. The dampers of the front and of the rear axle are cross-interconnected with oil lines, and the oil flow between the dampers is controlled via valves, so we can control really correct the amount of rolling and of pitching. These dampers are also adjustable in 3 stages with the help of the Audi Drive Select. We offer as a base option an electromechanical power steering with an RS-specific tuning. As an option, we offer the RS-specific dynamic steering. This has the feature of varying the steering ratio by 100% depending on the chosen drive mode, the speed, and the steering angle. This steering system also offers the advantage of being able to assist the driver when needed, for example, by counter steering on loose surfaces, when braking on loose surfaces with different coefficients of friction. In the dynamic mode of the steering, we have chosen to keep the steering ratio constant so that the driver has better feedback and better control of the car, more predictability, and then ultimately be able to drive faster. For the RS5, we offer now also the RS1 and the RS2 mode, like they are known, for example, from the RS6. The RS1 and the RS2 mode are individual modes which can be configured with the help of the MMI display. The settings are stored and can then be switched between them with the help of a button on the steering wheel. By pressing the button, you will toggle between the RS1 mode, the RS2 mode, and the last driven drive select mode.
You could assume that the RS5 Coupe and the RS5 Sportback are, like direct competitors, but actually it's not like that, because the RS5 Coupe is actually the more sporty version of the RS5 family. So it's the only really coupe-shaped derivative that we have in our whole Audi portfolio, and especially the RS version as the most sporty version is a very, very special thing because of this fact. The RS5 Sportback, on the other hand, is the version with a higher amount of everyday usability, since it has a bigger luggage storage, for example, and also the 4-door concept, which is obviously different to the Coupe version. It is correct, the A5 PI, so the facelift of the A5, does get the RS typical honeycomb mesh in the single frame grille. Actually, this is no problem for our RS facelift, because we did a lot of things for the RS5 family in the facelift version. because not only did we add a lot of new design features with the RS5 PI, we really modified the front, the rear and also the side view of the car, since it is all new parts. We also have a completely different single frame grille compared to the A5, since it is wider and also lower compared to the base model. And of course we have a new wheel program. We have bigger wheels and wider wheels compared to the A5. We have a lot of RS typical equipment that is just available for the RS, like we are the only models in the portfolio that can go to up to 280 kilometers. We have the oval exhaust pipes at the rear. We also have a lot of new design features in the interior. For example, we have new shift pedals, which are bigger and which are in a real aluminum material. We have new RS design packages. We have a bronze package, which is new for the PI. So we cannot talk about the thing that A5 and RS5 getting closer together. We still have a very, very RS-specific car with the RS5 PI. And of course there is one very important thing to mention. Only the RS5 family has this really, really important design feature of wide wheel arches. So compared to the normal A5, the RS5 family got wider wheel arches at each side, and we talk about 15 millimeters, which the RS5 Sportback and the RS5 Coupe are wider compared to the normal A5 family. Talking about the customers of RS5 Coupe and RS5 Sportback, there's a little difference. The RS5 Coupe customers are really the sporty customers, let's say. So they really put emphasis on sportiness of their car, and the RS5 Coupe is actually very, is embodying sportiness in a very sexy shape. So this is the only classical two-door coupe that we have in the portfolio, and the RS version really puts the top on that. The RS5 Sportback, on the other hand, is also very sporty, obviously, but we target more customers that are classically in the area of sedans or limousines. So those customers put higher emphasis on everyday usability, and with the RS5 Sportback we are really fitting those customer needs for everyday usability. So talking about the equipment highlights of the RS5 PI, we of course did a lot of things with a facelift. One thing which is really new with the RS5 facelift is the Style Paket Bronze. So this Style Paket features a new designed 20-inch wheel with bronze mesh, and we also added some new design features in the interior. We have new shift pedals which are made of real aluminum. We have a new RS design package with gray stitches inside, putting a real nice new sportiness into the car. And we have some new RS monitors and displays that we've added for the RS facelift.
We think the V6 B-turbo engine is a better choice and the best choice for this car, because we can increase both performance and efficiency. So the performance increase with 170 Newton meters of torque to 600 Newton meters of torque in maximum, and the car accelerates in 3.9 seconds from 0 to 60 miles per hour or 0 to 100 kilometers per hour. So the fuel consumption we could reduce by 70% to 9.2 liters per 100 kilometers. So we give the car and the item a completely sporty and stable sound, and however we think it is not so intrusive. So the advantages of the RS5 model in his competitive environment is of course the all-wheel drive in series, then the acceleration under 4 seconds, 3.9 exactly, from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour, and the different design languages. It is designed like the big brothers RS models R6, R7, with wheel arches in front and rear, and have 3 packages from standard aluminium and carbon optics. All-wheel drive in series is the best thing to increase the secure and the active traction of this car. Audi is standing for the key technology Quattro for 40 years. And especially for the RS models, it's very special. So in the normal distribution, we have 60% on the rear and 40% of the torque on the front axle. So it is very sporty. And in the option of shifting the forces, we can do it to maximum 85% in the rear and 70% in the front. So the majority of the torque goes to the axle with a better traction.
I won't get close to your heartache. If you won't open your door, I'm feeling kinda lost when your mind is hiding whatever that is choking your chest. I can see it in your eyes that you're shaking, 'cause you're holding it back. Maybe you'll make up your mind, now I'm here by your side. So let it all out on me. Let it all out on me. Oh, I will hold you in the dark, make you forget about what's wrong. Let it all out on me. Let it all out on me. You won't get closer to me if you won't open your door. If that's what you want, then baby try to believe me when I say that you can tell me anything. I can see it in your eyes that you're shaking, 'cause you're holding it back. Maybe you'll make up your mind.